Hello and welcome to another episode of Story Behind the Collector on Collector Chassis, where we give you a collection page and you can put your cars in your collection on the collection page, and then if you want to auction a vehicle, you simply click on Auction My Vehicle and start the auction. We have great collectors on the site and stories behind each collector and their cars and what make them special to them. And this morning, I'd like to bring over Bernie and talk to him a little bit about his wonderful collection here. He's got an outstanding Ferrari and a Jaguar. Bernie, good morning. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming by.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm kind of an old dude. I've been around quite some time. I've been collecting cars for, I don't know, must be about 65 years now. Mm-hmm. And I grew up in the 50s when the sports car boom was just beginning.
Okay.
And that's where I got hooked on sports cars.
European sports cars?
Mostly, yes.
Yeah.
But there was very little American in the way. There was the Corvette, which wasn't really much of a sports car. Mm-hmm. I've owned a early one, 6-cylinder 54. It's a beautiful car. I love the shape, but not a well-made car at all. Mm-hmm. Well, I got hooked mostly on European cars because the American cars were just not good handling cars. Mm-hmm. They were hard to stop, hard to turn, and the Europeans were way ahead in the 50s and early 60s.
Yeah, I could tell just by looking at this Jaguar. It's just stunning. In the Ferrari, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. This one's 70 years old, and this one's 50 years old, and my E-Type is 60 years old.
And the E-Type's not here today. It's in the
it's
shop,
having a minor
right?
repair.
Okay.
Minor repair. The thing with these cars is the parts are not made to last that long, and so you're constantly repairing something. Something is going to wear out or give up, so it's a constant process to keep them running.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, why don't we talk a little bit? You want to start with the Jaguar here?
Sure.
And talk about the year, make, and model, and what got you into this car, how long you've had it,
okay,
and what makes it special, and
this
maybe even
here,
start it up for everybody.
This car here is a 1952 Jaguar Roadster,
Okay.
or as the British say, OTS, open two-seater. Now, they also made a convertible model of this, but this is the more lightweight. There's no door handles. There are side curtains, not roll-up windows. I have a leather dash, not a wood dash, and all that was for weight. This was the original Jaguar after the war, and their first attempt at something modern. Jaguar came out with this, and I said, my God, it's a spaceship.
Yeah, and it still looks stunning today. I mean, when I first pulled up and saw this, it made me stop and just stare at it for a while. It's just, the lines are, I mean, to see it in person.
Coke bottle shape.
Yeah.
What's rare about this car is this white steering wheel.
Okay.
It was an option on the car, which very few people took. It was called light colored wheel for export only. And I've only seen one or two other cars that had it. It is extremely rare. In fact, I used to have to carry the book to show the judges that it was an option because they said, no, they're all black. And I said, look here, in the book it says they had an option.
Yeah, and I think that really just brings the interior and the exterior together. That color combination is beautiful.
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing you're still really young, Bernie.
84 years old.
Wow, doing great. Look at that.
See what I mean? How close?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But you need a big steering wheel because you don't have power steering,
That's
right?
That's it. You need a big 15-inch wheel here.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a big, heavy cast iron engine sitting on the front wheels.
Yeah, the 6-cylinder. So the engine's probably from here to
Yeah,
here.
it's very
right?
big. This is the same engine that they used for 40 years. They just bored it out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 3.4 liter. The XKE came out as 3.8 liter, and then was increased to 4.2 liter, and another carburetor added. But it's basically the same engine.
Well, look at that. That sounds really good. You keep this car really sounds great for it. So let's talk a little bit about this absolutely stunning Ferrari that you have here.
This one is my favorite. I've owned this car 43 years now, and it's kind of a family heirloom now.
43 years would make that a family heirloom.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful car. It's a Ferrari 365 GTB4,
Okay.
also known as the Daytona.
This obviously is not the original paint, is it, after all these years?
This is the factory painted this car. I
Okay.
shipped this car back to the factory in 2012.
Okay.
They kept it 3 years, and they refurbished it.
Now, where would the factory be located?
Maranello, Italy.
Okay. Wow.
Now, as sophisticated as this engine is, this car was originally built for racing. So you can reach everything on it. Here's your spark plugs, your distributors, there are 2 of them,
Mm-hmm.
oil filters, 2 of them, electronic ignition, 2 of them. Each one runs 6 cylinders times 2, making 12, the V12.
Electronic ignition, and this is what year car? I just want to remind everybody.
This is 72.
Okay.
The car was designed in 68 and first sold in 69.
Okay.
The car is steel. I think they only made an alloy.
Okay.
They made a couple racing versions, I think alloy, but one street version in alloy that was recently discovered in Japan, sitting all covered over dirty in a warehouse.
Find.
Yeah, and somebody found it.
Well, this is cool. I don't know if you can see this raised here, but this is where the hood scoop is, so the cold air can come in through the top of the hood,
Right.
and it comes in here. But this is flush for the hood liner, and this is factory.
Yes. This car is just like it left the factory.
You know, the amount of detail, whether it's a Jaguar or even a Ferrari, I mean, it's just every line has a purpose and a
There are no
function.
screws visible on the
No.
outside of this car. These, what you think are screws, are rivets. I once had to replace this. It took me 4 hours to get everything out of the way to get to it.
Okay, yeah. How do you remove a rivet like that? That you have to drill it out then?
No, they from the inside. So you had to go inside the car, move the air conditioner, the compressor, and
Oh, okay.
to get at this line.
And how about these wire wheels? What kind of maintenance do you have to do on those? Do you take them off and bring them in your living room? And
Exactly. These are Ferraris. It's 7.5-inch wheels. They make an 8-inch and a 9-inch also. They're rather expensive nowadays. They're about $3,500 each.
Wow.
This tire is $700, and you need a tube.
Okay.
So you're talking $750 in tires and tubes for each wheel.
So you're not taking this car to the track anymore then?
No, not anymore.
So how many of these cars were built?
Coupes, 1,284
Worldwide.
worldwide, which is about 200 a year. I mean,
Okay.
and 122 Spiders.
And the Spider is the convertible.
The convertible model is now worth about $3 million.
Okay. Today. It was fantastic. These cars are just absolutely stunning.
Well, thank
the Ferrari, the Jaguar, you're just a great taste in cars.
Well, thank you for coming by and enjoying them.
Absolutely, and I love the history behind each one of them. You've owned them for a long time. So are you going to be adding to your collection still?
Actually, I'm reducing the collection.
Okay.
The older you get, the harder it is to take care of so many cars.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes constant amount of fiddling and replacing and working with them.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 more cars in another garage, which are in a process of being repaired or restored. Mm-hmm. And I've had a lot of cars over my lifetime, several dozen or so.
Okay.
And now it's time to start reducing and just enjoying.
Yeah, and enjoying you do, because you take these to a lot of events and car shows.
I drive them all the time because that's what they're made for.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you very much. Enjoyed it.
Thank
you.